Hi, hello. Here we are. Sorry, I'm a bit late. My brain is so fried, and the cats are just I don't know. I don't know. They're cozy and way too cozy, and I didn't want to say goodbye, but I had to. Here we are. Hello. How are you doing? I I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I've missed you too, Ellie. Hi, Millis. How are you doing? How have you been? I I I literally just started stream and I am okay. Thank you. Twitch was threatening me with ads already. Like, why? Can we not? I'm sorry. I'm much later than I normally would like to be. I like to start the timer before I get live, so you can come in and settle in a little bit. But um, I had to put the sunscreens down because I can't deal. I just can't deal. I don't know how it developed this quickly, but yeah, headaches are gonna be a big problem this year. And it's only March. I was hoping to be able to keep the sunscreens up for at least another month. But alas, last week, I don't know how much I should tell. My migraines have been very bad for since last year. Last year they escalated. They've been leveling up every summer pretty much, and this year I couldn't move. It wasn't just my vision and my hearing, but like, physically my head. It was like a vertigo kind of migraine. I don't. Has anyone ever had that? What is that? Hi Noche, how are you? I would have been sleeping if you were any earlier, so I'm chilling with this. Okay, Melis. Well, in that case, it's okay. I was struggling with the lighting because, like I said, I had to put the sunscreens down, but that means that it's generally a little bit darker. But I can't sit here in the dark. You have to see me a little bit at least. So I had to figure out some kind of lighting. Winston, I have a story about Winston. That is not too bright for my eye. So I have one right in front of me right now, which is a very, can I show you maybe? A very old school one with a very, very old thingy on top of it, but I love it. And the other one, of course. But I, I, I don't know. I was just struggling with figuring out the brightness and stuff because I am still not in the clear. My brain is extremely fried. I cannot think. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever had a migraine, but it's not like if the migraine is over that you can just carry on, you know? You have to recover after that because you're exhausted. And even though you're not doing anything, you're still tired. Now it's time to just calmly pick things up again and try not to go outside. But what do you know? This week it's gonna be sunny again all week. Great, great, love it. And I really don't. Soon as I stand to read the March love letter. Ooh, let me know what you think, Noche. I tried very hard. I have so many ideas still, but I am not really sure how to implement them yet. And also, let me know if you are missing something, want to add something. Always open for feedback. Hi, Milk. How are you doing? A little bit better. Erin! Oh my God, 50 months. Yes. That's insane. 50 months. I don't understand how that happened. How are you doing today? Hi, Chemist. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Noche. But yeah, I was struggling with the lighting, so I couldn't turn on. I didn't want to turn on the stream until I had figured out something reasonably. Can you see me? Can you see me? Ali, you've been around for 5 months already, almost half a year. That's incredible. Mm. I had an interesting morning. I woke up on a decent time. lots of cuddles with the cats, and read a very interesting book. I was almost at the ending, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna finish this book. I don't know if you want to hear about it. If you follow me on Goodreads, you might know what I'm talking about. But it was not what I expected, not at all. A lot more interesting than the cover might suggest, and I kind of do want to talk about it in a little bit. But I want to know what you've been up to first. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? I was just, playing dead and puking. Actually, it was very violent. And I feel very sad for myself, I'll admit. Hi, Pete. Is it Pete? Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Wait, 14 hours? Millis, what? Oh, watch time. That's something different. Oh, God, I didn't know that was a thing. It does feel like a lot longer, Ellie. Hi, Lotto. How are you doing? Winston, can you not, please? He's climbing my clothing rack. Please, Winston. Can you not? Winnie, can you come here? No, please. Show your face. Because I have a surprise, and then I'll tell everyone what kind of jealous little baby you are. He fell off the clothing rack, bounced off the table onto the floor. He did it all by himself. That was not me. Come here. Come show your face. Come on. Up. Winnie. Come up. Come here. Up. He's pretending like he doesn't know, but we've been practicing this. Hello. Hi. There he is. Can you see him? Watch this. Watch this. Oh, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that it works because I wanted to do a thing. It works. It works. I was struggling. Like I said, my brain is fried. What was that sound? Winnie failing. Hi, Garfield. How have you been? I think I missed a few things because I wanted to check the Winnie command. Oh, Winnie command. Yeah, I got the idea because I was watching someone stream for the first time on Twitch, um, and they wanted a counter, and I thought I have one, and then I realized I really don't know how to do that anymore in chat because they wanted to do it through chat, and I struggled. If you witnessed that last night, I'm so sorry. I was talking to myself in my own chat, which was honestly not that different from what I do in my normal life. Oh, thank you for the hug, Millis. Winston, temperamental? Nah. What do you mean? He's so relaxed. He never does anything. Listen, he's jealous. I have confirmation now. I don't have proof exactly, but I saw it. I saw it, all right? He had been very good on his second worst day, and was very happy with him. But then, because I cuddled with him a lot to teach him that yeah, you get attention if you get good attention if you're good, and I'm gonna ignore you if you're bad. And in the evening, I realized that I kind of a little bit neglected Deuce. She had gotten attention, of course, but she didn't get as much as Winston. So I was cuddling her, and he was watching her, and then I picked up my book, and he attacked her right in front of me for no reason at all, just out of nowhere. So he's truly jealous. So let's see how this week goes. Because he's also jealous of you. There's a little tiny fly. Go away. Hi, yes. Oh, I did bring my water. How are you doing? How's it going at the university? Garfield is eating roast pork and potatoes and greens. I will be eating mashed potatoes with cauliflower and a meat replacement. Very easy, but nourishing. Yes, Nemesis. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, he's so when he was here for like a week or two. Oh wait, Josh. Oh no. Hello, Josh. Can I or Shaq? What am I gonna do with your name? Please help me. Thank you so much for the follow, though. How are you doing? When I first got Winston, within the first week or two, he had some curious behavior that I had never witnessed before with my other two cats, which were both girls, and two still is naturally. So he is my first boy cat, and we were playing, and suddenly he grabbed like my hand like this, not too hard, but he grabbed me like this, and he started walking away, and I had this feeling like I think he thinks he can be my mate, but son, I am your mother. This is not how it goes. No, sir. You are my baby bean. This is no. But isn't it? I guess it's a thing that kids get a crush on their parents at some age. Isn't that a thing? But no, Winston. I am your mother. So I'm sorry. This is why I think he's jealous still. It's somehow very human of him. I don't know. Oh, I didn't. Oh, let me just turn it off. I forgot to edit some timers. I'll just turn it off. I don't feel like editing it. Oh, I can't turn it off. Hold on. Let me edit it. I have a feeling I have to put a scarf over that light because it's still a bit bright. I have to put it in the other one. Are you behaving? I can't see you. Yes, mother. I am your mother. Right, Erin? He's my baby. Ooh, yes, it's very close to their PhD final defense. Final defense. Oh my god, that sounds very serious. So, but nervousness isn't bad. I think I would be more worried if I wasn't nervous at all. It kind of means that you have something to lose, and that's not a bad thing either. It means it's important. I hope after Ramadan they will set the date for defense. When is the end? Yes. When does that end? Because I am not familiar with that. I don't even know when our Dutch holidays happen. I always end up in like parades because I have no clue. So when does that end? I don't know. Is that maybe around Easter for Christians, or is that even? I should shut up. I'm sorry. Again, I should put it in my title. My brain is fried. Actually, he alpha and you is queen. He is alpha, but I am not his queen. I am his mother. Queen regent, is that what's called? Hi, Vati. Good morning. Yes, Ellie. I'm his mother, not his girlfriend. He gets it, I think, but he just gets jealous. Don't human like boys do that as well? Don't they get jealous of like their dads and vice versa? Adam tuned in. Oh my god. Yes, it's me. How are you doing? Harley, hi. How are you doing today? Most of the lights I use are either turned facing a wall or ceiling, or the lampshade are upside down so they don't give off. Lampshades are upside down? That wouldn't work in this case. I get what you're saying. Normally, I do the exact same thing, gnarly. I don't use lights, direct lights. The overhead light is my enemy. I actually have a candle in my bathroom these days, which I use instead of the light that is in there because I can't change it. I would have to involve the corporation I rent from, and I don't want to do that. So I actually use a candle in my bathroom, even during the day. Um, but for stream, that's just not possible. It would be too dark in here. So I just have to deal. That's why the big light is over there, and I don't have to look at it too much. But because the sunscreens are down, it's really dark. It's really dark. I love it. I feel a lot better. I just feel a little bit guilty for the kitties because I feel like they should have a little bit more daylight. So they're not closed completely. They're closed until they're where they sit on the couch. What are you doing, Winnie? Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Nervousness can be easily conquered using caffeine and necromancy. Wisdom. I don't recommend caffeine. Actually, it makes me more nervous. So I forgot that it was already one, but I already made the coffee, and I'm not going to throw it away. So I'm going to need a dance party. I'm Queen Mother. I quite like that, Ali. I like the sound of that, Queen Mother. Seems like a good step towards grandmother. It took 5 years. That's because I'm finishing working during COVID-19. Yeah, I read your the paper that you shared with me, and I thought it was so interesting. Oh, I know what it is. I know what Ramadan is because I've known people who do it, and I'm so impressed. I would never, never be able to do that, if only because I'm on meds and I physically cannot do without water and food when I need painkillers, for example. But I meant from when to when does it last? Because I don't know. I did see a lot of cute pictures of cats waking up for. Oh, I forgot the name. There's a name for the breakfast that you have during Ramadan, right? Before sunrise? I saw a lot of funny pictures of cats waking up, being up with their parents, very confused about having to be up at like 4 in the morning, and that was very cute. So if you have any pictures of cats being confused about people who do, uh, is it follow Ramadan? How do you phrase that? Please show me on Discord because I love them. Thank you for the resub, Gnarly! 11 months? Oh my gosh. And in 1 month's time, I was 1 year old. Yes, you will be 1 year old. Thank you so much, Gnarly. How are you feeling? Did you say? I got a haircut. Makes an old guy feel young again. Did you go out for your haircut or did you do it yourself? Because I did it myself, clearly, and I have regrets. I go bathroom in the dark rather than turn on my light. I only turn on my big light when I come home at night and it's dark, but it's off as soon as I'm settled. Yeah, like exactly the same. Well, now the days are getting longer. The overhead light doesn't need to be used anymore as much, but yeah, I but I am terrified of the dark. This is my problem, Ali. I'm also terrified of the dark. Genuinely, I cannot. If I turn off all my lights at night, I won't sleep. I just won't sleep because there's demons and ghosts and I'm not allowed to say that word. How am I going to explain that? Uh, Never mind. I don't want to talk about those. Never mind. Ignore me. Yes, wisdom. I shouldn't drink after 1 p.m. Drink coffee after 1 p.m. But I was already on my way. I did the weekly routine, so yeah, we'll see. I'll just have a dance party. Everybody knows that ghosts and monsters cannot get through a tightly held blanket with no gaps in it. Yeah, but what do I do when I have to go to the bathroom? What do I do? All the dark corners? No. No. I'm actually, I kind of want to put a nightlight in my bathroom because lighting the candle in the middle of the night is not always advisable. But I haven't been outside in a bit. Well, not for myself. I did go to the store. And I was almost tricked into going yesterday as well, because I have hard time saying no. But I'm very happy that I didn't, because yesterday I was so excited about doing things again, and you know, not have an actual migraine, even though it's still a bit, there's a bit pressure, but it's not a full on migraine anymore. But it just, I'm impatient. I'm impatient. It's very annoying to be unable to do literally anything for a week when you have a to-do list that is like 4 pages long, and things you want to do for yourself, like, I don't know, make a skirt, which is all cut out and pinned up and ready to go, but I just haven't had time to actually make it. And the mean part of my brain says, you slept for 4 days straight. So surely, now that the migraine is gone, you should just be able to move on and do things. But that's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's like if you break your leg and you've been in a cast for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, 6 months. You can't just start running a marathon the day after you get the cast off, right? You need to recover a little bit. And the same goes for an endometriosis episode. And this migraine / endo episode was so bad that this week is gonna be calm, I hope. So I might read a little bit more, because I can't think. You should have seen me walk around here this morning. It was amusing, I guess, but also I don't know. Watch Supernatural to learn how to deal with ghosts, demons, and everything. I have watched that show so many times. The thing is, I am very unlucky. And I scare myself, Fixer. So I don't watch scary movies anymore for that reason. I am rewatching Supernatural, actually. I started, well, rewatching is a big word. I just listen. I know every scene. Because apparently they were joking with Jensen with the food, because he's always eating, and I found out how it started, and apparently it's either fake or it's not fake, and I kind of want to spot when he's eating fake food now. I love Supernatural. It's one of my favorite shows. It's an organic chemistry, making a modified version of a biological molecule to use as a probe. Whoa, wait. What are you saying? Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Hi, Budani. I don't know. Wait, what? Just be in bed. Nemesis. I don't know what. I mean, I would rather wear a diaper in that case. Actually, no. Am I the only one who still jumps into bed at night, like from a meter at least, just diving into bed? I'm so scared. Wait, Wisdom, anyone, what is a biological molecule probe? Or do I want to know? Is it safe to talk about on stream? Are we allowed? Because I don't know anymore what you're allowed to say and not say. Hi, Jake Bob? Jack Bob? I'm just going to say Bob. Have you ever used... what? Do I want to Google this? I mean, I've been Googling a lot of weird things lately, but so... I haven't. Oh, I have looked into these. I'm very overwhelmed with um, the different styles, if you know what I mean. What Bob is talking about is basically a heater, an electrical rechargeable heater, which would be extremely nice. But for one, I'm usually at home, and I really love my hot water bottle. Um, and if I'm not at home, I'm usually at the store where I have access to boiled water as well. So I just take the hot water bottle. But I am on very heavy painkillers, Bob, and during a very bad episode, even those don't help. So I just have to write it out. Unfathomable. I think it's unfathomable beat. Oh God. I'm gonna take a 2 hour nap before I start math work. That's a good idea, Ali. I actually had I had a power nap right before I got dressed after I had a little dance party this morning. Oh, I eat what isn't real? Oh God, I'm losing track. I'd probably rather get a night late than a diaper. Night late? Is my brain actually misfunctioning, or are you also not functioning? You have no under bed? How did you do that, Ellie? It it's just open space for me. Mostly because the cats like to play under there. So there's toys and stuff. So usually I just tell myself it's the cats, even if they're both on bed. It's the cats. It's nothing. It's nothing. The makeshift diapers don't seem to stand the test of gymnastics. Oh no, gnarly. You have no idea what a biological molecule probe is, but it sounds like alien themed fun to me. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not. I don't think I would want that. I was quite traumatized by those alien movies back in the day. I was too young. It's something different. It sends electrical signals into your abdomen area that can block the pain signals. It sounds not like something I would want to try. I'll keep it open and look it up. Because I know about the heaters, because the hot water bottle, I swear, I take it with me everywhere. And even if I were out in the city, for example, I would just force some kind of restaurant to give me boiled water or something, because yeah, if it's really bad, I just I can't move anymore. Quantum probe diapers. What? Oh my God, you're too unhinged. I can't. Have you ever seen men strap those things on themselves that allow them to feel pain of childbirth? Does it get like I know this, Bob. My biological mother had one, and the reason I say I don't think that's something I want is because she used it to train her muscles, and it hurt. So why would I, when I'm already in excruciating pain, which I'm not kidding, I'm on really intense painkillers for the pain. Why would I do that? Why would I electrocute myself? I don't get it. So if this is actually something that people use for endometriosis, I don't know how it would work. I really don't. When did you start thinking you had a brain? Honestly, I feel like I was quite aware of everything since I got born. It's a bit of a curse. But yes, I saw people, men have those things on their bellies, and it's amusing. My experience with kissing it to people is either very effective or not at all. Your ex described it as replacing the sharp pain with like a fuzzy, non-painful pain. To me, it's not sharp pain. To me, it's like falling to the floor and not being able to move for 4 hours because that's how long it takes for the second dose of painkillers to hit in. And the only thing that kind of helps me breathe in that case is a hot water bottle. So I've been looking into the ones that heat up, that you can recharge, because I think that might be helpful. But there's so many, and there's a lot of contradicting reviews about them. So I don't know. I think my hot water bottle is just a foolproof way to go about it. I think. If I had a microwave, I would use hit a bit. What is that? I don't know what it is in English. It's like a sack filled with cherry stones that you can heat up in a microwave, and that stays hot for longer. But I don't have a microwave. I do have the thing, but I don't have a microwave anymore. If it's not that, maybe it's worth getting things to try once for the off chance that they might help. It is that bad. It's endometriosis. I don't know what else to say. Oh. The thing is, I know what it does, so I don't have to try it. I know what you're talking about. I've used the thing that you're talking about, and in my brain, it doesn't work like that. I would still be in pain. You know what I mean? I would just add other pain. I have used them, but that's why I'm confused, because they were used to train your abdominal muscles. That's what they were originally marketed for. And I don't see how that would help with the pain that I have in my uterus, aside from adding more pain. And that sounds like a very callous way to solve a female problem. You have one too, Aaron? Rape seeds, grape seeds, and cherry seeds. I have some seen with rice. Huh. I have one, but I don't have a microwave anymore, so I can't use it anymore. So I have my hot water bottle. It's fine. Pete, I know, but your name suggests that you don't have a uterus, so I don't really appreciate being mansplained about my body. I'm guessing that you won't like me talking about your scrotum either and telling you how to solve problems that you might have with that in the future. Do you think? If I talk about it like I know about it? Don't think so. Use it in your brain? What did I use on my brain? Wisdom. Hot water bottle? No. I said this in a love letter, actually, that I haven't tried it. On my brain. Uterus and brain straps on list. What the frick are you talking about? Yeah, Kim is. That is a bizarre list. What are you gonna do with the list? Oh my god. This is so unhinged. I shouldn't have started my day with that stupid book, which still wasn't that stupid, I have to admit. So, all right, listen. I found a book on accident. Oh, there's ads. Well, that's actually good timing. So those who don't need to know don't have to know. I found a book. Hold on. I found a book on Goodreads. It was a list of the best fantasy, romantasy books of last year, this year, and one cover stood out, and it I should give a trigger warning probably because it might upset people, but it's smut, right? And I was very curious because I thought, what is this? This is so unhinged. This can't be okay. It's about minotaurs, and that's all I'm gonna say about it because you don't need to know about the story itself. The point is that it was actually quite thought provoking. It made me think about. I heard the word. I'm sorry, Aaron. Yes, I'm talking about the stupid book. It's. Do I say what it was called? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. Yes, Bob, that one. Um, Now I didn't like the smut parts. That book confirmed. I just don't like that. I like the rest of interesting world building and the the backgrounds that some writers make in these fantasy books. But the smut, nah, that's not my thing. But it was very interesting because it made me think about just culture and different um, people from different backgrounds and how humans look at sex work, which oh no, yes, it was very my yeah the bovine that stuff was a bit much, but basically it made me think about how there's people in society who are very much on the margins and work like that could actually be a sort of therapy. Now, that's not at all what the book was about, but that's what it made me think of. That's why I thought this is so thought provoking. I read a few romantasy books this year, and they're just. The lesson I'm learning is that if you start a romantasy series, the first one is okay. But after that, it's not my thing anymore. I like the first book. The second book is usually unhinged. The third book is I don't know what I don't care about it anymore. I don't wait. It's not here, and I also didn't bring my e-reader, so I can't. I did pull up some notes in the Morning Glory book, but anyway, it made me think about culture. It made me think about what how sex work could actually be positive if it's in a safe environment, and it was the ultimate don't judge a book by its cover. It did it did it did fall apart a little bit at the end. There were some grammar mistakes and words missing, but overall, I don't know. It wasn't nearly as shocking as I thought it would be. I thought I would just be laughing uncomfortably because I'm just curious. The writer in me is curious. What is happening? Why are people reading this? Um, and what surprised me as well was the quality of the writing. It was really not that bad. I've read a lot worse. A lot worse. So I guess I understand why it was in the list now. What list was it? Can I find it? I don't think I can find it. I don't know the name of the list anymore. Uh, Chaperones for tools to make a biological microprobe reads as follows: quantum probe, diapers, Lego, spark, lighter, uterus, and brain. Overall, we need a laser too. Oh, those are pretty cheap. I have one for. Oh no, I have one for the cats that also has a black light. I don't know why, but it does. Could be useful. Got it on Amazon. Very decent interactions. Yeah, there was an actual sort of storyline behind it as well, and that falls apart in a lot of romantasy books. I feel like, and it's just dirty. And this was actually there was a lot of, especially in the beginning of the book, where she's thinking about the job that she is going to do, and it was a lot more thought out than I was expecting. It promoted thoughts on an economy in a multi-special world, and it went into world-building detail. Yeah, and not a lot of romancy does that these days. Much of such worker have deep psychological issues like real ones. I think you're talking about a different kind of work, because the thing is, in this book, it is explained that it's not actually sex work. It's a transaction, really, and it's humans that make it sexual and dirty and abusive. But this was a job that is may look sexual from a human point of view, but in that world it wasn't. Not really. It was so interesting. I honestly, just read it. Just read it. But yeah, I know what you mean, but that's not really what this was about. Truly, it made me think about all of it. It was interesting. It's part of that more difficult psychological. I don't think we're talking about the same thing. Oh, I don't think. Hi, Blue. I'm sorry. I saw you, but I was a bit distracted by something. Even consider romance in so long, I forgot it existed. It's fun. Romance is fun most of the time. I just don't like. I'm not a fan of smut. Like that. That's not necessary for me. I like love stories, but you don't. Keep get a room. It's clinical. That's it. Yes, Erin. Thank you. And it is the least sexy word. Wow. But that's basically why that was such an interesting book. But I noticed that it said monster bait on the cover, and I only saw that after I finished it, and I was like, yes, it was. It was. Because, sure, there was smut in there, but also, I have so much to think about now. And I haven't really had time to process it. That's why I'm struggling to put it into words, because um, I literally just finished it this morning. Something I do not like is to see as a book that looks interesting and I notice that it's is volume 2 of a trilogy that has evolved into a never-ending series with prequels and sequels and prequels. Honestly, Lou, I'm the opposite. I love that because I have a lot of trouble with making decisions. So when I find something that is a series, I'm like, yes, I won't have to make decisions for such a long time. Except that sometimes you get stuck in a series that you really don't like, but now you're invested, and you have to know how it ends. Yeah, the clinical part was the whole point. It was so interesting. What? There's an interesting apocryph that later on that woman became wife of Jesus Navin. I'm not sure I understand that. I am not there yet. I'm reading the Torah. I'm going to read the Bible and after that the Quran, but it's slow going because I want to process the things I'm reading and try to understand it from a religious point of view, which I am not, which is why I'm reading them. So can you explain that a little bit more, Hawk? From the point of view of the species, they need assistance in collection of their material, much like you need help from a professional when donating blood. Exactly, yeah. Aaron has thought about it a lot more. My brain doesn't work. I don't know why. I shouldn't have brought it up. I should have waited until Tuesday. Um, if you skip the smut, it's really interesting. It's such an interesting concept, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. Thankfully, in a different way that I was afraid of. Yeah, I was terrified as well. I went into it thinking this is gonna be scary, and I don't know why I did this, but I'm curious, and here we are. But it talked about so many cultural and social dilemmas that we do have in our world, in our human world, but very creatively transformed with like minotaurs and elves and vampires and Mothman, and it was very curious. state legalized sex work is a good thing, generating economic benefits and eliminating the misogynism of pimps at the same time as holding a legitimate and vetted list of clients. This is what happened in that book. As you say, it is merely a service industry, transactional enterprise. Yeah, and it also made me think of people with, with disabilities, for example. Um, the and I was thinking about a story I think it was in Japan, a woman who got paid for hugging with people, literally hugging with people. She would go to men and women and take a nap with them because they were so starved of physical touch that they just wanted to hug someone. And I think that's so interesting. Okay, Hawk, sure. But I'm just barely starting with the Torah, so I don't think it's smart for me to start talking about religion. We're already on thin ice with the subject we're talking about when I am recovering from an extreme migraine. So if you will excuse me, I'm not gonna go into that today. Licenses and exams and everything. Yeah, it was honestly, if that was how sex work was treated, it would probably be a lot more safe. And I also think that that the traumatized part of that work and world would be remedied to a big extent. There's a hugs day. Just walked on the street in Lviv. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Oh, you're from West Ukraine? Ooh, okay. Some students came by and hugged me. That would terrify me. Thank you, Hug. But I'm honestly, my brain doesn't function correctly, and I don't want to say anything that will offend anyone or interpret something the wrong way. So look, we're already talking about something that is probably very divisive, and people have, in my experience, very strong opinions about people who are in this profession, as um, I glimpsed a little bit. Uh, and religion is something I do want to approach with a lot of care. That's why I'm reading these three to start with, because I feel like it's a good base, as these are the big religions that most people in the world follow. Not everyone, but a lot of them. So, and it's a big undertaking for someone who is not religious and has no, I don't know, I don't have a mentor or anything. I don't have anyone to talk about these books. So I don't want to talk about religion today. Is that okay? There's an interesting clip from Abel Ferrara. Um, this is a famous director who made an interesting link with Money Farmer for a song called California. Interesting story though. Okay. I don't think I'm on the fence. I think on one hand, sex work could be a good thing, but on the other hand, I realize this. I really dislike the dehumanizing aspect of it. I feel like I get the people have sex purely for pleasure, but it's almost impossible for there not to be some sort of emotional or psyche connection, and I just feel like it sets people up for unhealthy relationships. Now, with this, honestly, I would recommend you read this freaking book. But skip the smut. Just don't read the smut. It's a bit much. It's just, if that's your thing, by all means, enjoy yourself. It's not hurting anyone if you read a freaking book. But it has it will change your mind, probably, about the latter part of your message, Nemesis. Yeah, I mean, freaking human trafficking. Let's not forget about that. But we need to get rid of the stigma of the profession itself. If this is what keeps the wolf from the door, if it pays your bills, if this is what you can do to keep you afloat, at least for a while, then good for you and good luck. There's nothing wrong with doing what you have to do to survive. And if you keep doing it because you like what you do, yeah, I agree with Erin exactly. I think we got the exact same lesson from the book, Erin. It is, Hawk. Religion is very dangerous, and I am just not in a good state of mind to be able to to talk about it in a way that I would like to. It's also like, is it even a good thing to encourage the separation between the relations and the real relationship? What do you mean, Melis? Yeah. I flew. I was. It wasn't a big book. It wasn't a big undertaking. If you're courageous and want to know what we're talking about here, just read the freaking book and skip the parts that you don't want to read. Though I have to admit that this author was a lot more creative in some parts than a few books that are very popular, and I really don't understand why people like them. I'm not gonna name names, but the writing was decent as well. Honestly, I'm not gonna continue this series. I get the idea now, but I'm afraid that it's the same as with the other romanticises that I've read. That the part one is like stepping into the world, and it's quite decent, but then it just devolves into smut and more smut the further into the series you're going. I'm really struggling with this one series that I'm reading, but I want to read it because it's a prequel to another series that I'm reading, and I want to know how that one ends. But the last book doesn't come out until June. It's a whole issue. There's a really cool film with Monica Bellucci and Rachel Weisz about human trafficking and sex work that also has some scenes from Kiev, the whistleblower. Let me see. Oh, it lasts so long. It's the older one. I haven't heard of this. I'll keep it open. I'll make a note. Maybe that's wiser. Hmm. What is your impression from James Joyce? We don't have him out on our school curriculum, so for me it's a new name. I tried to listen to Dubliners, which is a collection of short stories, but I started that when I was not. Uh, I was going through some things, so I DNF'd it. I also have his most famous work, a physical copy of it, but I I I can't say anything about James Joyce yet. I had no literature in school, Hawk. I was not very fortunate when it comes to my education. So I started reading classics myself. Are you interested in reading James Joyce? I thought it was a bit dry, but then again, I didn't finish it, and I was also just not in a good place mentally. Yes, from 2010, a long time ago. Really long time ago. I don't want to think about it. Oh no! Can we talk about the biological molecule pure probe and its positive influence on the future of sex work? Personally, I think it will revolutionize orgasm more than Patrick Swayze did in that film. In that film? Wisdom, you can take that discussion to Discord. I think that is a better place. Probe. I hate that word, probe. That is really it's I'm not enjoying that word. I'm not sure why. Ice Planet. Have I read Ice Planet Barbarians? This sounds familiar. I don't have Goodreads open. How dare I? Oh, this website is very bright. Does Goodreads have a dark mode? Asking for a friend. Stop it, Milis. Don't say it. I am really literally just realizing that I don't like that word. It's doing the same thing to me as some people have with moist. I don't mind moist, but probe, I'm not sure about that word. I think I've discovered a new pet peeve. Wait, what was I looking up? I was going to get reads. Oh, I feel very unhinged. I think I'm gonna take a very good nap after stream. Cloak? What is it with Cloak Nemesis? Wait, where's the book? Here it is. Goodreads has been glitching on me quite often, and I'm really annoyed at it. Stop it. I have not heard of this series. The Do you recommend it? The first one is Slices of Life, isn't it? On a different note, I managed to pick Ready Player One back up. Really? You just have 50 pages left? Oh, that's good. All right. The part and the reason why I put it down only lasted another 2 pages and then it was bearable again. Oh no. Oh no, gnarly. This is why I have trouble DNFing books. Because I always feel like, but what if I just need one more page? What if it gets better at the end? What if there's some information right at the end that will make sense and everything will just, click. I have a hard time DNFing books. I don't like it. I'm trying to make sense of anything right here. It's Sunday and I started the day with oh, I'm so jealous, Wisdom. Can you share? I would like some. You're feeling more surreal than self-directly. Maybe it's time to make some art in that case, because I like his art. Isn't this one? Don't I have a? No, this is the Escher. Sorry, that's not the same. Hi, Monty. It doesn't sound good, does it? The text to voice? No, I don't, Gabis, because that scares me. I've seen it in other streams, and I am not a fan personally. People kind of abuse it sometimes, and no. Riley has also finished the audiobooks of The Body Keeps a Score and the trading game. Wait, what did you think of the trading game? That's a lot, Gnarly. You're on a roll. Maybe you were just in a slump. It happens. I have been in a bit of a slump as well. I haven't read nearly as much as I did last year by this time. But I'm getting back to audiobooks as well, and that's helping. It's really helping. Don't think Grace has a dark mode. I was looking at it at 4 a.m. this morning. God dang it. This is also why I prefer the story graph, but I've just been a member of Goodreads ever since they got rid of Shelfari. Does anyone remember Shelfari? They did me dirty. So I've just been on Goodreads for so long, I have trouble actually committing to the story graph, which is honestly a lot better. I feel like because in Goodreads you can't add your books yourself, or if you have a different edition, a new edition or a very niche edition of a book, you can't add it yourself. And the story graph allows you to do that, add a book that that isn't on there, or an edition that isn't on there, or and trigger warnings. There's trigger warnings on the story graph, which are user generated. And there's stats. I don't know. I should probably just go to the story graph. I use both at the moment. Oh my god, Miles. Guys, I just found a Facebook Marketplace listing a label. She said known. It's a winner in a K jeweler's mark. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's expensive. That's sad. That's really sad. Your friend really likes it, but you haven't read it yet. All right. It looks interesting. I'm reading a lot of fantasy these days though because I need easy things. I've had a rough year, so I'm just indulging in silly books, I guess. They're not silly, but I just have a lot of informational books that I should read. Should is a big word that I want to read, but I just don't have the brain power at the moment. DNF books makes a feel of unclosed gestalt. Oh, Jesus, Hawk, you're talking in riddles to me today. What do you mean? What does it mean? Hawk, stop. Me too, Wisdom. I love both Dali and Escher. They're great. Dali, I don't know what Escher looks like personally, but Dali himself was just such a vision, wasn't he? Yes, the melting clocks. Who did the staircase one? Was that Escher or Dali? Yeah, me too, chemist. Yeah, yeah. When Amazon bought Goodreads, but Amazon is buying up everything. Basically, yeah. Let's not get into that either because it's just depressing. And was it Evie? I think Evie explained or told that the story graph is actually uh, just run by basically one person. Mm. And the fact that it's user generated, a lot of the info is just very interesting to me, especially the trigger warnings. Not that I read them, but I feel like a lot of people need them. So as far as I know, that's not something that Goodreads has. Does it? Wait, what did Wisdom say? No! Oh no! Stop, Wisdom. Yes, I was thinking of that too, and I thought I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I used to be on that website. That comes from a website. I saw the original, broke my heart, cried for a freaking hour. For sale, child shoes, never worn. Fuck that. Does it still exist? Because I used to be on that website. Yes, it still exists. It's 6 word stories. That one. That website started as a kind of a writer's challenge to write an entire story within 6 words, and I was quite active on there. Can I sign in? Do I remember? Where do I sign in? You can't sign in anymore? What is this? The website changed. I don't know what my username was anymore, so it doesn't matter. No! That is the saddest story. Started the book Body Gets a Score a while ago. I had just 30 minutes left, which I just had to shuffle through. The trading game was good. The end was sudden, and there was a mystery that remained a mystery. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, all in all, it was pretty fascinating to glimpse into Gary Stevenson's life. I watched his economics channel and YouTube, and it makes me wonder if all you have to do is bet on the world economy continually getting worse. Depends on what your goal is, I guess, gnarly. Hmm. That's a depressing way of looking at the world. I don't think I want that. But it depends on your goal. Like if it's, I mean, you say economic channel. So if it's money, then I guess you're right because people be peopling. Asher did the staircase. Thank you, Blue. I thought so. Asher did a lot of staircases. Is that so? Wisdom? Probably had the worst time coming home from the pub. Oh no. That might be true. That might be true. I never thought of that. Okay. Yeah, wisdom. No, I hate that story. I hate it because it's perfect. It's actually yes. If there's a 6 word story that is actually a whole book in those 6 words, it's that one. That is the best one. No, just nothing can live up to that one. I hate it. I keep seeing the silly little shoes. I don't remember if that's. Oh, really, wisdom. Oh, maybe you found it there as well. That's interesting. Such a small world. Even on the internet, my login credentials are long since lost. I don't. I couldn't find. Where do I? Oh, I don't think you. I don't think you can sign in anymore. I don't know. I'm getting distracted. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yes, 6 word story. Great website. Great way to train your brain as a writer and to try and encapsulate the core of a story. It's useful. To be a successful trader based on the subject of the book. No. I know, not your personal goals, gnarly. No. I was talking in general as well. Um, but that means financial, though, right? Not like it sounds like the opposite of braiding sweet grass, as in the message, not necessarily the way that they're talking about it, but from what I am gathering, it sounds like the opposite of braiding sweet grass. Yeah, Millis. Silly little shoes. God dang it. Witherspoon's pubs? What is that? Is that a special kind of pub? I don't go outside, people. A 6 word horror story for Cherry. It's dark. Ghosts, blanket. Are you stalking me? How do you know this? How do you know this? Yes, this is true. Actually. And when I was a kid, I couldn't sleep unless my ear was covered. Summers are horrible for me because I can't sleep without actual blankets either. I know some people I know some people just use a sheet, but I need a blanket. I need the weight of a blanket. So even if it's like 36 degrees out there, I'm just struggling. Story of my life. Just struggling always. Oh no, that story is gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt me. At the moment, what am I reading? I'm reading a lot of books. Well, I'm listening to quite a few. Um, because that is the first thing that came back during the migraine. I couldn't move unless I wanted to puke, which I generally don't. I don't like puking. I don't know about you, but I don't. I'm not a fan of puking. So, the first thing that came back was my hearing. I couldn't open my eyes yet, but I could listen. So, I started listening to books again, which I kind of fell out. I kind of fell out of the habit of listening to audiobooks. I don't know why. I guess I had an audiobook slump. What's happening? Is that crow fighting that pigeon? Why? I don't know. Puking eyesight to this quantum. I don't know what you're doing, wisdom, but you're starting to worry me. Is this much without going into spoiler territory? Can you spoiler when it comes to the economy? Talk about it more, but it would be better if people are interested in to listen themselves. I get that, Gnarly. I appreciate that. We should all just flood the chat with original 6 word horror stories. I think I'm better with horror stories at the moment than sad stories, though. So I don't know. I thought a raven. Well, not a raven because those are huge. I don't think they were huge. Like a what's it called? I forget it. I just said it. One of those black little birds. It looked like it was attacking a Pidgey. I have food out, and sometimes they fight. It is cold, no fuzzy socks. That is a true horror, Melissa. I love my fuzzy socks. Truly chilling stuff. Actually, Melissa, yes, you're right. You're. Oh no. Oh no. All right. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna think. If I do, I. Well, my candle actually tells me that I shouldn't. I'm gonna make some tea because yes, I'm chilled now. I'll be back in a few minutes. I also have to pee. I forgot to pee before I started streaming, and I've been holding out for a lot longer than I thought I would. So water has run out. Oh my god, that makes me think of the time that my toilet exploded. Has nothing to do with hot water, but it did mean that I had to turn off the hot water. If you want to know about my exploding toilet, that I'll be happy to tell you. But I'm gonna make some tea real quick. Go to the toilet, have a little stretch. Let's drink a little bit of water before we have a little break. I don't think I've ever had frosted flakes, Millis. Wisdom. I love this. It's to the point, it's concise, and it's very clear. It is very, very satisfying to my autistic brain, I have to say. Maybe we should all just start communicating in 6 word stories. This skirt is not for sitting. All right. I'll be right back, okay? I'm not going to put a timer because that stresses me out right now. I'll be right back. Behave. I can see you, even if I'm not here. So behave. And go get water, please. Ox, hello. Sorry, hey, here I am. Hide the contra. Yes, please do. Please do. I was just thinking that I post the VODs on YouTube these days, but I'm afraid that maybe this one is gonna get me like banned. We're talking about unhinged things. I'm not sure YouTube is gonna agree with that. I'm not censoring myself. I am sure as hell not gonna edit. So that's gonna be interesting. We'll see next week. Hi Ev, how are you doing? Tuck's plans for world domination back in pocket. Millis, that sounds dangerous. Oh, let's stir. All right. Are you talking about the 6 word stories, Millis? Because that's actually why I enjoyed that concept, and I'm very happy to have been reminded of it because it's a good exercise. Winnie is playing with his water, and Toos is sleeping. Oh no. How are you doing, Ox? Ox, I one-upped you. I am no longer afraid of Get in My Swamp. I faced my fears, and you know what? It wasn't that bad. I didn't read that book in particular, but I did read something else that you might be interested in. I was a bit dead, Ox. My migraines have evolved into vertigo migraines or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's where I have not been good. What about you? Jogas, hi, how are you doing? You finished it? I never did. So, I want to ask how it ends, but that would be sad for people who still want to watch it. Was it good? Me too, Ox. I would, yeah, she's hot. Catherine is obviously the most important character in the whole show. Oh gosh, that you scared me. Do it! Do it! Someone! Do I do it? I'll do it. What is it that I. Oh, the whiplash I had from going from the. Can I show you the what it looks like? It's called it's called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and it's a lot more thought provoking than you might think. Honestly, I kind of recommend. But no, we're not going to go into it. I'm just saying, Ox, you challenged me to read Get in My Swamp. I challenge you to read this one and then come back to me and tell me what you think. We kind of enjoyed it. What is that? I mean, read it. It's not as scary as you might think. Just skip the parts that are a bit much. The rest is super interesting. I don't like smut. I don't need it. I don't need that in my life. I'm not interested in it. But the rest of it, the world, the concepts, and how you can put it back into our human world is super interesting. So I was shocked that I read it because it was in a Goodreads list, and I thought, why is this for fuck's sake? Why is this in a Goodreads list? Why is this recommended? But I get it now. I get it. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be the same of Get in My Swamp, and probably not. But this one was actually kind of amusing. Vertical migraines are when you start floating upwards as they get more painful. Honestly, this is what it felt like. I could not move. I couldn't even move my arms. It was really distressing. Why is that candle struggling? I don't like it. Last 2 seasons were pretty pants, but worth watching just for the last episode. Got me the feels. Aww. I've seen clips of people finishing the show, and it looks quite emotional. Yeah. I think I quit in one of those seasons, Ox, because I couldn't deal anymore. Vertical. Did I say vertical? I meant vertigo. Did I say vertical? No. I've never read smut, so are you suggesting that it should be my first? No. No. I'm just thinking about the parts that were actual. Listen, I just don't care about those things, you know? But having read a few romantasy books that have been very popular, either right now or a few years back, um, it's I have some knowledge now of how it's written and the general progression of the stories, and this one really surprised me. It really did. I don't know. Hi, Dominique. What up? Feeling better? A little bit. Yes. I have to be careful. I have my screens down, but I'm doing a little bit better. What about you? How did you um um oh, I lost my train of thought completely. Yeah, because of Millis. The sentence was very. I had to think about it. I like to think about the things that I say. Do you like the cover though? This is what got my attention. Like, hold on. So I know about fairies, and it's I personally don't really get it. But then I saw this, and I was like, I need to know what this is. I just need to know, and it just surprised me. It surprised me. I would not personally be interested in the relationship, but the world itself, curious. But don't read it. Don't read it as your friend. I wouldn't know. Yeah, Erin, we're gonna talk about it a little bit more. I have to process. I just finished it. I haven't really had time to finish it, but I had to bring it up because it's on my mind. It's on my mind. Do you fit here? Yes, you do. That's perfect. Yeah, that. Mm, oh, Erin. So yeah, it was basically like giving birth. That was what I thought. I wasn't interested. And then there was one particular line that I'm not going to speak about on this platform, but I really want to talk about that one as well because it actually physically made me like hell no. That as well. I also want to know more how this multi-species came to be. You're struggling, aren't you, Willis? You're trying. You just need some practice. But yeah, that's an interesting sentence. I'm not gonna say it. I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like that word. The image that I get is actually a cattle prod. Has anyone ever been electrocuted by a cattle prod? That shit is intense. This small haiku. He what? No, 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 no. Chungus, you just came in and went along with whatever is happening in here, didn't you? Yeah, no. Also, like I was. The math isn't mathing wisdom. It really isn't. It really, really isn't. You like Addie? There's so many people who don't like Addie LaRue, which I don't really get because I loved it too. It was a good book. Interesting concept. One of the things that people say is that they wish that who wrote it, Schwab, is that Schwab, that she had gone further into the world. But I don't mind that she didn't. You don't always have to do that. That wasn't the main point of the story. We will go into detail. We will. I didn't make a lot of notes, but I remember. I'll remember this story for a long time yet. Is it doubly horror story because it doesn't meet the very simple parameters of the prompt? It leaves something to be desired, Millis. And honestly, the unknown is a lot more scary than the known, don't you think? Not by Caliprat, no. By what? Did you get what? Erin, what? I'd be down to get Caliprat. they're they're really violent. It's I've never been within 10 feet of a cattle prod. Okay, well, I don't actually recommend it. I was just curious. I used to work with horses, and we had a cow farm next door. So I've I've seen some things. I've seen some things in my day. You have, Jungus? What was your experience? Do you wanna let us know? You always go with the flow. That's true, Jungus. That is true. Electric fences? I don't mind those. I've had a lot of electrocution experiences with electric fences. Taser, not so much. That I don't think that's nice, is it? It looks very painful. Is it bad that I also think it's when it's not in a like a police situation when people try it out to see what it feels like? I kind of think it's also kind of funny. Is that wrong of me? You finished it? I'm at the part where she stole a house and got all ready and pretty for the dinner with the shadows, and he didn't show up. It's such a good book. Yeah, I when did I read it? I think I read it last year. Here, it's here. It's right here. Did you notice that the front? Can I? Let me try. Hold on. I'm afraid that I'm gonna ruin it, but oh no, that's the wrong book. They're both wide. All right, I survived. Did you notice? Did you notice that as you read that her name starts to fade? I think that's such a good detail of the book. It's really, really, really nice. I went through it quite fast, so it's not that faded. But did you notice that? Got electrocuted a few times, so I think I've got a master's degree in getting zapped. Okay, good, Junkers. I'll keep that in mind if I ever need it for some kind of story that that I'm writing, for whatever reason. I touched a fence once, also a screwdriver in a wall. I was like, oh no! Oh my gosh, that was fun. Don't do that. My little sister broke a light in the kitchen that was underneath the cabinet. Except when I say break, I mean the glass, not the actual lighting part. So we were like young. I think she was maybe 6. I must have been 9 or 10. So she called out to me because she didn't want to get into trouble because she'd broken something. So she called out to me and she asked me to fix it. And I was going to do that, except that she hadn't turned off the light. And she also didn't explain to me exactly what happened. What happened? I'm still not sure, but she broke the glass. But the light was still working, except that now the light wasn't burning anymore. But it was still like, there was still electricity on it. So I went to grab the bulb, and instead I just reached into like the inner workings of the light, and I got electrocuted. And very angry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep us up to date, Millis. How long you can get zapped? What, Calprot haven't sure the level of your depravity is lethal. I know. I mean, listen, I don't make a secret of it that I'm unhinged. I am unhinged, all right? But I think we all are. We're just some people are better at hiding it, and I'm kind of sick of hiding it. And it's tiring. What do you mean you play with electronics, Oxram? Stop it! Yes, I used your full name for that. What do you mean? What do you... Oh my god, this just took a turn. I actually died once from an electrocution. Heart was stopped for 4 minutes until they got me started with a deep... Oh my... What happened? I never mess with electronics. Like, seriously. This is why I also still don't have shelves. Because I need a thingy to check the walls if there's no cables or something before I drill into it. And I don't have that. But yeah, I'm not gonna. The only place I hung up some art is by my bed because there's just no way that there's anything in that wall. But no, 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 I'm not playing around with electricity. Electricity, no, no way. Now I'm going to be reading Super Good. You didn't know this, Ox? Yeah, all of it, all of it. I read it probably within like 2 or 3 days because it's not. It's. I think this is a cozy read, even though it's quite sad. I think this is a cozy read. So with me, it's only like here, but this fades as well, but mostly here with me. No, it wouldn't be wisdom. It would be a funny story if it was the defibrillator. I can't pronounce that word. Defibrillator that electrocuted you in the first place. You're you're cruel. The what effect, Blue? You were a smoker. You had a lighter that you sparked using the what effect? Put the finger where the flame comes out and push the button. Would give them a shock. Why? See, everyone is unhinged. It's not just me, all right? Everyone is unhinged. Thank you, wisdom. I mean, truly, I don't think I'm as unhinged as some people are. I'm just average unhinged. What? You can buy these shock collars that connect to the internet people use in VR chat for fun times? I took one apart. Super easy to work out there. So me and my mate spent the weekend electrocuting strangers. You have weird hobbies, Ox. You have very weird hobbies. Okay. Wires in the walls of your chairs about waiting for their moment to strike. No, I'm done, Willis. I'm not going to play around with that anymore because I was a bit scared. A little bit. Just a little bit. I just need to. I know at the store where I volunteer, we have one there, so I just have to borrow it. But also, I don't have shelves yet, and I've gotten quite attached to my stack of books here in this corner. It takes up all the room, but I don't care anymore. What are you doing? Okay, but do you need herbs? No? Can I help you? Winnie, can I help you? Good boy. We have ads in 2 minutes, people. I'll admit I have sociopathic tendencies. It's a spectrum, Dominique. We all do. And some days are better than others, I think. Piezoelectric. I have never heard of that word, Blue. There is a small electric charge when subjected to pressure. My lighter had a small piece of quartz that worked like that. Okay. That kind of reminds me of a pretty sadistic prank that my grandmother, when I still had family, pulled on me when I was like 8. She had a pen, and it wasn't a pen at all. It was just like some electrocution thing, and she said, "Here, you have a pen," and it electrocuted me. And then I was like, "I don't trust you, lady. What is this? Why would you do this to your grandchild? That isn't even 10. The fuck." Anyway, this stream is so unhinged. Is it because my brain is fried, or is it really unhinged? I feel like it's not me today. Stop it. What was happening was I was working in a test bench for large generators. I want to try to pronounce that. I'm gonna butcher it, but let's go. Wurtzilla? Wurtzilla. Wurtzilla? Nah, never mind. Blah blah engines hooked up to a generator, and I was securing the Jenny by removing the breakers. but insulating breaker tool with rubber glove was faulty. Oh no! So I guess that hard. Luckily there was a defib close by. Did they change some rules there, Chungus, after that happened? Whoa. Do you want to tell what that was like? Do you remember anything from after? I'm so curious. If you don't want to talk about that, because I can imagine that's quite traumatizing, please don't. 40! Hi, how are you doing? Oh, hello! 40's fiance. Nice to meet you. I am doing better. How are you? How is 40 doing? Is he resting? I mean, it's been quite a time, hasn't it? I am still recovering from a pretty massive migraine, but my sunscreens are down and I'm drinking water. Are we drinking water? How is Emma doing? How are you holding up with the big changes? Do you agree? What does 40 do around here? 40 usually talks about you and the kid, mostly, I have to say. We're always happy to see 40 because 40 has the most amazing stories about his life, which again mostly revolve around family. So, but what about you? Who are you? Introduce yourself. We want to know you as well because we only know you through 40. Because for all we know, he's keeping back, and you're even more amazing than he makes you out to be. He flirts around here. He wouldn't dare. Not with me. I'm grandma, which you probably don't know, but I am generally known as grandma. That's my life goal, to be able to introduce myself as grandma. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there though. You see, not just here. It's all good. Wait, what, Ox? Oh, oh. He's sad today. He couldn't perform well in his feature race today, and is feeling pretty down. Oh, I'm so sorry. What are you gonna do after? Is there something that could cheer him up? You're right, I'm 40's fiance. I'm a field hockey player and a mom of one. Yes, he talks about you all the time. I ask about you all the time. I want to know because I'm very invested in your story, in both of your stories. And hi, nice to meet you, Raina. How are you holding up with everything? Because it's from what I've gathered, it's been a very turbulent time, and the decisions that have been made aren't very easy, and I can imagine that must weigh on you as well. Millis. But remember, it's the most intense pain and heat I've ever felt, followed by waking up with even more pain and dizziness, followed by nausea, and then a trip to the ear. So it's just like nothing in between. That's interesting. I have a few books. I have a few books about like near-death experiences that I really want to read, but I'm scared because I'm scared of death. I'm quite scared of it. I'm very aware of it, and I'm not sure I need that information. Field hockey is badass. I did that in high school, and girls, man, I don't know why we don't rule the world. Seriously. We are like not afraid of pain in a sport like that. I have seen some violent things happen. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah, hockey. I mean, why not, Ox? It's a sport, right? I mean, you can make money with everything these days, especially with the internet. Oh, wait. Oh, chat is skipping. I want to refresh, but I'm not caught up. It's very comforting to me, even though he's going through such a big change himself. He seems like a great guy, right? And he's lucky to have you, because I think you are a very big reason that 40 is the has the motivation that he has. Not only, but he loves you very much, really. That's why I'm always happy to see his name. Because I want to know. I want to know. How is your baby doing? How is your baby bean doing? I have a furry baby bean, but how is your baby bean doing? Hack and slash. I do have some arrhythmia from that experience. Really enough, I feel like that the most when I go bed at night. When I relax on bed, my heart will start to beat really fast, and the heart's like I feel it in my sternum, my skull. Whoa, your skull? Is that? Have you checked that out? That doesn't seem right. I do have that a little bit when I lie down as well. I read somewhere that I don't have that, but when you go from standing or sitting to lying down, that can be difficult on your heart sometimes. I I didn't look into it because I'm scared. If your doggy is badass, it is freaking badass. He used to come to games before the incident. Yeah, he did. He did. And that he's been thinking about changing or stepping away from the racing itself. And that he has had a new opportunity and wants to go into that. But the way he talked about the racing and the pride that I could read in his messages, it took a lot of guts to face that. He may not be performing on a level that he wants to. So I don't know. I think he's a very strong guy. And I can't imagine what it must feel like to have to make that decision yourself, or feel like you have to make such a decision yourself. It's so strong. I wouldn't have had a son today if 40 wasn't with me today. Yeah. Girl, when that happened, all right, that's a little while back, he just came in and the only thing he said in caps is, "I'm a dad." And I was like, what? What? Give me a paragraph. But he does tease a little bit and give just one sentence cliffhangers. But, Tusha, are you going to come say hi? It's there. I put the food over there. Yeah, there you go. No, a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. So I hope you're not uncomfortable that we know so much about your life, but it's with a lot of love, and we're just invested, and we want 40 to do good, and we want you to be happy. We want your kid to be happy and thrive, and it kind of feels like every time 40 comes in that I'm getting, and everyone else in chat is getting like a private feel good. What's another word for soap opera? Because it's not a soap opera. Just a reality show, but actually real. It's so fun. It's so much fun. He's sleeping with his father. I don't know how, but they have almost the exact same habits. That must be so cute. That must be so cute. I love that. So, let me think. Was that you who moved? I'm not sure. But he's going to work with the youth now, right? Wasn't that what he wanted to or was going to do? Dogs, they say there isn't really anything they can do. My heart is strong and healthy as long as I don't start feeling pain or nausea. Just in the Netherlands, they would say take a paracetamol and come back in a week, and you never do. All right. My God, you guys, that's hysterical. Minecraft. Hello. How are you doing? How is it going with my dream life that you're living? Have you ever watched Australian rules football? It looks to me like someone gets the ball and everyone else jumps on them and beats the crap out of them. Then someone else gets the ball and it's repeated. And someone gets the ball between that's all poles. Wait, you mean American football? Except without all the gear? Is that what you mean, Blue? Hello, Smile. How are you doing? Right? You're like Ready and 40 are like our goal couple, I guess. It's so nice to meet you. Really. I have two cats. I have a red. Well, we say red in the Netherlands. Is orange in English, I guess. Kitten that I was duped. I'm pretty sure that he has some kind of very big. Well, he might actually be a tiger. Let me put it like this. And he's not even a year, but he's bigger than my other cat. I have a girl cat as well, and her name is Toulouse. I have two cats. Yeah, yes, Willis. You two are like our celebrity couple, truly. Wait, what incident? What happened? What happened? Oh no, it makes me sad. About me? Well, I I read. I read a lot. Right. That reading saved my life when I was a kid. I would not be alive if it wasn't for books. Uh, so I talk a lot about books. You don't see that here, but like, wait. And this is where I usually. Well, wait. I'll explain a little bit in case you're new here. Rita. Um, we during the week we do like focus. I have a timer, and we have a sprint of 30 minutes or a power hour of an hour, and we kind of do our own thing. And that can be anything. I usually work either on stream or well, I try to write my book, but it's not going very well. And on Tuesdays I read. So that makes me happy. You talked about books? What books? Oh my God. I love that. I love hearing that people are actually picking up books and stuff because that's truly, there's nothing that makes me happier. I still miss my job at the library because of that reason. Friends is a strong word. Ox. Do you want to be put in a corner? What did wisdom say? Why are there no headache medicines in the jungle? Because the parrots ate them all? Oh, I don't have. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. He's thinking about becoming a race engineer and team principal, basically team manager. And yes, one of his main goals is to promote youth drivers and channel more female drivers. He didn't add the female drivers into the sport. That is amazing. See, 40 seems like such a great guy. Honestly, he's so great. And I hope that he isn't too hard on himself. Accidents happen, and um, so I don't know. Maybe this is gonna take him places that he might not have wanted to, but maybe he needed them. I don't know. We'll see. Can't wait to hear about it. Race engineer sounds very difficult though. Do you need to go to school for that? I'm not trying wisdom. I can't. I can't. Well, it's true. It's true, right? I mean it. I'm very invested. I wish I wish you had a reality show or something. I would watch that. I'm not a fan of reality shows, but the stories that 40 has, the way he talks about you, your baby, is beautiful. You don't see that a lot anymore. And especially not online. There's a lot of hidden envy and lightly cloaked hatred towards other human beings, and to have someone like 40 come in who has so much love and so much happiness to share even on bad days is beautiful. It's not glastonbury football, kind of like rugby. Oh, we are talking about the same things, but I just said it really really poorly. I watched that once, and I thought I don't want to get invested in this because I'm afraid that I am going to get invested in this for the wrong reasons. Yeah. Rally racing is one of the most impressive sports to me. Hmm. It's I don't even have a driver's license. I don't even dare get in a normal car. So yeah, it is impressive. I agree, Millis. How are the kittens doing, Dominique? Do you want to share pictures? Don't hold out on kitten pictures, Dominique. That's not fair. I've never rolled a car. Oh, me neither. As a rules, it's closer to Gaelic football, if you know what that is. If not, then you're like rugby mixed with wrestling. Yeah, I think I saw it once because I think it was either Australia or New Zealand. And what got me at the end was that the players helped clean up the field, and I was like, whoa, what is this? But I didn't want to. No, no, no. I didn't want to get invested in that because the thing is, I want to. If I watch something, I want to do it myself, and I'm very small. I would not survive. I can't do that sport. But yeah, it looked more interesting than American football to me, at least. I guess I'll talk about him. I brag about him whenever I meet new people. See, this is why your goals because he does the same thing. It's so cute. I love you guys. Aw. Yeah, books are my life, Rita. This is what I read last year. It's a problem. I should not laugh. It's very serious. Oh, this one. Yeah, this lives here permanently, by the way. I don't move this. This is just here all week, all day, every day. And it holds some of the books that I've read. One of my favorite books, The Bee Sting. Two copies of The Perks of Being a Wallflower for some reason. It's a yeah, an interesting stack of books. Homer, Tolstoy. Austin. Do you mean it's an incident that happened yesterday? Please do, Rita. You can always tell me anything you want. This is a place to vent and a safe place to share your experiences and your stories. We're here for you. The MC Escher rally, whereby all drivers must negotiate a complex course of wisdom. Please set up like a GoFundMe or something and make this happen. That sounds like something I would want to try. Don't get originally went to a horse place to explore more pathways. What kind of pathways? What are you thinking? It's just the same old here, Minecraft. It's the good days and bad days, and I just came out of a very, very bad few days. But I'm happy to be here again, and I'm happy to see you. It's been a while. Oh, yeah, it's going a bit fast, Jungus. The chat is going, and it's glitching. I should refresh, but I can't catch up. Should I just refresh? But then I'll miss important messages. Having done rally racing routines. Oh, okay. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I'm scared to get in a car. Freaking accidents. Even on normal roads, I don't know. Folk rally? Folk race? That have rules to prevent people from investing too much money into the sport? Really, Chungus? There's one rule that the cars that get the best results are auctioned off after the race for 1500, so you will usually change cars pretty often. Oh, that's interesting. Why did this come about like this way? I mean, so it's about the skill, but that's so interesting. What do you mean using photos when they get bigger? No, we want kitten pictures, Dominique. Okay, okay. Am I? No, I'm not caught up. Oh, jeez. Everything is muddled. No ads, please. Yesterday after the sprint race, 40 and I returned to our hotel room and he was super happy with it as well. But as soon as I said, I love you, I'm proud of you, he started crying. It went up to the point that he got a nosebleed. Oh, God. Give me a second. I'm so sorry, Rita. It seems like your lives are happening on both ends of like happiness, both extremes of happiness and sadness. Like there's so many good things and so many things to be happy about, but at the same time, it sounds like 40 has been thinking about his decision for quite a while, and if something has been a dream your entire life, to give that up, even if you're not completely stepping away, that must be huge. Does he have someone to talk about this that is in the racing industry? The shitty thing is you can't really do anything. You know, you can't do anything except be there for someone in a situation like this. I feel like what got him here in that sentence, that I love you and proud of you, is the proud part. Could that be true? And it might be that because he didn't reach the goals that he wanted to in his mind, maybe he doesn't feel like he deserves that. Oh, I'm so sad. Evie, hello. How are you doing today? I'm sorry. I think I forgot to update my schedule. Now you say that. Let me check it real quick. Right, I know. I hope that you know that you being in his life and his kid are helping him a lot. So even if he's sad, I don't think you should worry about what that means in relation to you and your baby. If there's one thing that I get from 40 is that you are the thing that is solid, and without a doubt, it's what makes him want to look at himself in a way that might not be pleasant, because it led to some decisions that he maybe not didn't want to make. But I hope you know that you have, as far as I know, nothing to worry about. He is head over heels with you. Oh God, I really should refresh chat, because I'm gonna. That was a good film, Perks of Wallflower. Could have been 2 hours shorter though. What do you mean, Ox? I love that movie. I mean, I think if I read it again, I'll be like, yeah, that was a bit silly, because I'm a bit older now. But at the time, if you're at the right age, it's a good book. Are you judging Perks of Being a Wallflower? I felt seen. I felt seen by that book. Oh, thank you, Evie. How are you feeling today? I've been thinking about what to do about your comments, and all I can think of is things that you have to make yourself, and that is a bit much, isn't it? To ask of you to start making your own clothing. But we'll get back to that. All right, I won't forget about that. The sitting and wanting to look pretty. No, we're going to talk about that, because we're having so many conversations. But that's not something I'm going to forget, because I really didn't realize that perspective. Because I have days where I get dressed, and then I'll have breakfast, and then I'll done, and then I'll get into my pajamas again. But the point is that I put an effort to make myself look better, and you know, if that's for an hour, it's fine. I don't care. Oh, maybe I should make a follow up. Would you like a follow up on that subject, Evie? I could also count on how many times I've heard those words. It's kind of just how it is sometimes. Spinch! Hi, nerd. Milis, I think that's very sad. And I am working on a few things to bring attention to how men should be pampered a little bit more as well. As in, getting flowers. Who I don't know who came up with it, but a while back I read that most men only get flowers on their funeral. What the hell, man? I don't like that. I hate that. I hate that. And I kind of want to do something about that. So, Milis, I am proud of you, right? All of you here today, because being alive is freaking hard. And with the prices going through the roof, and our generation and everyone after the baby boomers basically not even being able to buy a house is ridiculous. These times are stupid. So even if you are doing fine according to yourself, if you don't have like some kind of mental or physical illness, or and you have a stable job, and on paper everything is fine, I'm still proud of you, because it's hard to stay alive, all right? And just so you know, buying flowers for yourself is kind of nice as well. I'm not gonna wait for no one to buy me flowers, because I could be waiting until my funeral as well, for all I know. No, buy yourself flowers if you want. It's really nice to have flowers in your house. You ripped my dress, but it doesn't matter. I'm just confused on why people never told him those words. You're telling me in the 18 years of his life he was never told those words? Why? What kind of role was thought about? Well, I'm not saying that he never got told that someone was proud of him, but I never got told in a genuine way that someone was proud of me. Some people just have unfortunate upbringings, and wait, let me think. Oh, I have a fried brain, but I'm trying my best here. Thing is, I'm also a woman, I don't know enough about the male experience. I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to listen, and I'm trying to from chat and from books that I read, I'm trying to understand better what it's like to be a man, because to me that is where it is going to have to start if women want to have it better. But that's a very complicated subject that I've been working on for a few months now. This is not a new subject. But men not being told that they are worthy, and that they're doing a good job, and that you're proud of them, it's a bit of a problem. Women amongst each other do that a lot more. Like, oh, you look good today, and I love your makeup, and what did you do with your hair? It looks great. But I feel like for men, that's more difficult to do that. And if it is done, it's a bit as a joke. And also, in my childhood, being called gay because you dressed up a little bit nicer was such a hard and upsetting things to say, because oh no, you can't be called gay, you have to be a man, you have to be strong, or you have to be, all those things. I guess, I don't know, I'm not a man. So I think sometimes it gets lost to give that kind of love to men. And in case of 40, I feel like, and I don't know him actually, I just know what he's told, and I can kind of extrapolate a few things, but it feels like he had very high goals. And after his accident, he's had to think about changing course, not just because he's not performing in a way that he wants to. And I think it's a kind of a preventative measure to make sure that he doesn't get disappointed in the future. Because if he continues in this way, he might fail. And that would be probably a lot harder to deal with than just saying to yourself, look, I'm not functioning in the way that I want to, so I'm going to take a step back. But racing is such a big part of his personality that you saying that you're proud of him probably just hit him in a way that he wasn't expecting, on many different levels. maybe you can talk about it with him if he wants to. And I would just ask questions, not even say anything like I'm doing now, but ask him. Just ask questions. I'm just missing chat completely. See, I'm very invested. Oh, I want you two to be happy. I really do. One of the things he tried to open up about the extent, he's pushing himself to limits that I never even knew existed. And what I can see from my point was that the 1040 is an extreme, yeah. And there is still, to this day, such a taboo on men opening up about depression, anxiety, and all these things. It's not manly, right? It's weak, and you can't be weak. You're a man. You have to be strong. The thing is, being vulnerable is one of the hardest things you can do. And he's really trying for you, right? He is. And for the kid, you two are such a light for him. And I think it's gonna be a little while before he finds its groove and accepts, really truly accepts, because making the decision and accepting the reality of it are two different things, I think. It's gonna take a while, but just so you know, right? We're here for you as well, okay? I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm honored that you're talking to us about this, truly, and to hear your side of the story. He's a great kind of person. Yes, he is. He truly is. So you're very welcome here, Rita, all right? And you can always vent here if you need to get something off your chest, if you have a question. You can talk about anything here. As long as we keep each other in mind and don't hurt each other, we can talk about anything. And it's all just very raw still, don't you think? 2 cents here. Hi, Tharek? Can I call you Tharek? Taboo is more for younger men. The economy is doing hydrogen. Well, it's kind of because of you, because I realized that maybe it's a bit high. Thank you so much for the hydrate. Don't forget to drink, people. Don't forget to drink. Don't say sorry. Did you have a good meal? Wisdom got some flowers. Buy yourself some goddamn flowers. Do it. Truly, I love doing that. It's I don't know, it makes your house look a little bit pretty. And it's just a simple thing you can do that will subconsciously tell yourself that you love yourself. It's important that you do that. Welcome back, I guess. I'm proud of him because he... God dang it. Where did it go? He's trying to be in a more positive space, especially in such a place we call the internet. Yeah, it's the Wild West here, isn't it? We try, right? We do our best. But honestly, it's because everyone in here is trying and I don't know. I feel like we're creating a pretty little corner here. It's not always perfect. We're still human. And I can be a bit unhinged. And then we have the kitten, so, But yeah, I'm glad he is a part of our little community as well, because he just adds to it so much. It's so much character, and the stories alone, the way he says them. He's a great storyteller. Is he a great storyteller in real life as well? Because I imagine that he has an amazing way to talk about the things he experiences. I am a little bit worried about that he might, like from what I'm hearing from you now, that he might use his storytelling to hide a bit of how he feels about it, though. Lots to think about. Why do you think it's more for younger men, Tarek? Are you okay, Tush? You want to say hi? Chooses having zoomies. Something to note if you bring up those things with men is to not single out him opening up or being vulnerable, because even if it's okay and everything, it can still feel like, oh, I showed too much kind of thing. Can you extrapolate on that, Melis, a little bit? I don't mind a paragraph. You can use as many words as you need. I don't. Is there a limit on chats? I mean, don't write a book. If you want to write a book, go to Discord, so we can take our time. But honestly, if you're on Discord, let's talk about this. All right, about the subject, about why it's still so hard for men to be open about it, and why it's still not just the talking part, but the receiving part. Why it's still so hard for people to accept that men have emotions too, and they also have pain and sadness and depression, and you know, we cry. Everyone cries. We're all human. We're just human. I talk to now former friends about my burnout and depression. I just got the life stuff. Yeah, that's exactly. Just gotta get over it speech, along with other BS from them. It's not surprised that we are no longer friends. Good thing that you're no longer friends with them, because that's obviously not how you want to treat people. But this is what I mean. It's not just about that to are afraid to feel these things, let alone talk about the things. It's just that it's not received well either. And I really want to talk about that. I don't know. I hate hearing about that. I hate it when people are hurting. Did you give? Why would you open up and be vulnerable? And if anyone finds out, it could be used against you, possibly hurt your career. Suck it up and punch something if you need to. Why would you? Hold up. Hold on. Someone wants to show her face, but she can't jump. Oh, no, she wants to. Okay. I'm still working, baby. All right? Can you just amuse yourself for a little bit? I'm in a bit of a serious talk. Oh, my back cracked. Did you hear that? Oh, that hurt. Why would you open up and be vulnerable? Oh, God dang it. What is this? I don't want to see information about a freaking emote. If anyone finds out, it could be used against you. Well, you're actually kind of giving an answer yourself, Ox. The problem is that it could be used against you, that people would want to use it against you and hurt your career. That's the problem. And that's why we should get the taboo off of it and find a way to make sure that mental health for men is something that isn't demonized anymore. I've been thinking about this for so long already, and I just... Eater. Oh, Eater. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Okay, Eater. Thank you. Thank you for the explanation. Welcome. Hi. But this is the problem, Ox. This is the problem. I bought flowers for one of my guy friends once. You did, Chungus? I mean, I have bought flowers for the people at the store when it was the anniversary that I had walked into the store and never left, basically, where I volunteer. And the look on their faces was sad. They were so shocked. I don't know. Save the mother of those kittens from death too. Whoa! Oh wait, I remember, Dominique. I remember. Who took the cat? Save him from death? Are you going to keep them, Dominique? No, I can't adopt. I wish I could. It was a really nicely arranged bouquet of crispy bacon wrapped around a leek. Just we'll go with dad. He doesn't like flowers. Oh, okay, allergies. Well, yeah. In that case, don't do it. Don't. That's attempted murder. So while the rest of the gang congratulated the new mom, I decided to share a joke with my bro. That is beautiful, Chunkas. I love that. Yeah, that's something else. There's birth trauma for women naturally because god dang, it's a whole human, it's a whole human. What the hell? But that's something else, and I think that leads back to talking about or being able to talk about your emotions as a man. Um, for a man, it can be very traumatic as well to see a birth. That's not talked about a lot either, is it? He doesn't help me sleep by reading me, but right up. Oh no, I swear you are goals. You are absolute goals. That is so cute. He does. What kind of stories? Does he make them up himself or does he read from a book? Both would be adorable, but holy shit. He sounds like an amazing guy. And I wish him all the best. And I hope he'll allow himself to feel upset for a little bit because it's so valid. Bacon flowers. Would you like bacon flowers instead of flowers as well with them? Because younger men are less confident despite the appearance and are afraid to be vulnerable. Older men know that time is precious and want to be happy, truly understand that feeling well supported and there is more time to lose. I'm not sure how old you are, Itharak, but Itarak, not okay. The thing is, I think that the old to me old generation is actually really not able to talk about emotions because that was just not done. Therapy? What is wrong with you? Don't therapy? Get away from here. Like I'm working with old people who are just absolutely unable to even admit that they have feelings at all. It's a generation thing, right? And those fathers who didn't talk about emotion at all raised boys with the mindset that you don't cry. Crying is for girls. You know, extrapolate from there. But that's interesting. Why do you think young men are less confident? Itrak. Or Itharak. No, there is an H. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh. Where did it go? Yeah, Chuck, it is unfortunate how so many men look at life in the world. We've been taught through a terrible experience that really is just a weapon to use against us. Can I say something controversial? You might not like it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to hear it. You can just let it go in here and let it go out there. But what if that is kind of because when a woman is emotional, that is used against them. Do you think there's a correlation there with between how how people respond to a woman who is emotional, not necessarily sad, but just any emotion that is above a default level? Women get judged by that. Could it be that there's a correlation between the judgment that is put overtly on women for this, that is why men can't really speak up about it either because they know how women are treated? Or is that a really weird thought? No matter we're 15, I've been battling depression for the last 10 years, if not more. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. Depression is one of the hardest things to talk about, to process. I should know. I've been clinically depressed since I was 16. So why do you think that young people... How did you come about your observation, Ithrak? I guess young people are less set in their ways, haven't built up that thick skin. Back then I certainly took stuff to heart. Really, Ox? And you didn't talk about it, did you? Were you able to, somewhere, anywhere, talk about that if something hurt you? it's ingrained in us to be the fixer of things and situations. When we can't, we feel like a failure or inadequate within a. Monty, hi, how are you doing? So basically, this is why the patriarchy is also bad for men. It's not just bad for women, it's bad for everyone. Because how many problems start with not being able to be honest about how you feel? And how many problems are being projected out into the world just because from a young age people are being told how they should and shouldn't be? Because the reason young boys get told that boys don't cry is because they do. They do cry. But they get taught that it's not done. It's not something natural. It's not something you're born with. It's something that you're taught. It's just kind of, you have these instincts baked into you to be strong, and even if someone really cares about you and wants to bring your emotions out of you, there's at least a small part of you that feels you have showed too much, that you need to rein in, get it more under control. 40 was criticized for being unique growing up, not by his family but society. Teachers used to mock him and try to use him as an example of failure. I want to cry. And he still turned out to be such a good guy. I hate that, right? I actually want to cry. No, Winston, don't. My boy cat is proving something as well. Touche. Oh, I see what's happening. Come here. Sorry, she wanted Spanx. Some of the cats that would come to my yard are now in the house. Dominique, what are you doing? Are you making a cat sanctuary? That would be great. I'm so jealous if you are. I don't really know my dad. I lived with him for a couple of years. That's all the memory I have is of phrases like, let me pour you a pint of concrete so you can toughen the F up. I'm not gonna ask the classic, how did it make you feel, Ox, because that's just stupid. Do you think you would treat a kid the same way if you had a child? Do you think you would want to treat it? Do you think you would want your child to feel the way that made you feel? So I'm not asking you what you feel or felt. Would you want your own child to feel the same way as you did? So you don't even have to explain to me how you felt. Female to female, you look like... thank you, Rita. I mean, it's makeup. It's all makeup. I don't have eyebrows. I'm not afraid to admit. I'm curious about the way you look, actually. I have no idea, but I bet you're gorgeous. There's no doubt in my mind that you're just freaking gorgeous. Thank you. No, leave her alone. No, I see your intention. Don't do it. Leave her alone. She's having a good time. Birth trauma is like a really a lot. Yeah. I can imagine. Your story is so fascinating to me, Rita. Winston. That's Toulouse you hear. Can you please stop doing this? Mac is starting to struggle. My dad did a similar thing for my mom when she was diagnosed with diabetes back when they first met. Instead of coming in with flowers, he bought a fresh large leak in the whole ass phone book for light reading. Oh my god, Chunkus. We see where your humor comes from. He does both from time to time. for to see a lot of older guys. Honestly, in my experience, it's just something that is for men. It's not about age at all. Just like there's a certain expectations of women in a society where there's a lot of where a lot of value is put on archaic and traditional roles, male, female. There are so many problems on both sides, and I don't think it has anything to do with age at all. Gen X and onward, not Boomer generation. Boomer generation men are closed up. Yeah, I work with one, and it's a character, man. But this is why I kind of want to, and I don't know how. I don't know how to make this, how to put this in a practical way. I mean, I guess we're doing it right now. We're talking about it, which is very important. It's the first step, right? What do you mean he tolerates you, Rita? No! You make sure I did everything. Okay. Are you okay, Winston? He just fell again. What is he doing? Right. I've heard that the reason that I don't know if this is true. Please confirm someone. The reason that men like it when we look like gremlins is because that means that you're comfortable with them, right? It means that they see you in a way that no one else gets to see you, and that's actually a compliment. Apparently, I don't really know how to feel about it. Yeah, because I don't like looking like a gremlin. I try to dress up a little bit every day, but yeah. He gave up a huge part of his life for me, and I don't know how I could ever say thank you without still feeling guilty about myself. You, no, don't feel guilty. I think you two are probably actually made for each other. And maybe it sounds like giving up, but what he got back, the way he talks about you, at the core, I don't think it's giving up anything at all. I would assume you've been a young man if you are now 50, Ifrak. Mm, I know the hormones-driven bravado. Ugh, must be horrible. I'm seeing it with my kitten, which is not comparable at all. But like I don't know what it's like to be a man, just like you don't know what it's like to be a woman, right? And I feel like we should talk about it more, and listen about it, listen to it a little bit more from both sides. But we're working with so much generational trauma, and we're living in an age that is just so hectic that, yeah. I don't know what Winston is doing. I watched someone reacting to the first Slipknot album, and one of his thoughts, this is example of men will do anything but therapy. Really? I have never listened to Slipknot. I think part of the thing about men not opening up is the fact that women tend to be more seduced by a strong, confident man than a nice, open guy. Well, nice guys are always not a good idea. Personally, so I'm just talking for myself here. If a man is strong and confident but emotionally immature, he's not attractive to me at all. He can be the most beautiful man in the world. He can have the most amazing body, and I don't know, the great bravado. But if he is emotionally immature and not able to open up to me, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I don't know. I don't know, Ithar. That's interesting that you think that, though, because that does explain how it works, right? If if men think that is what women want. Oh man, I have so much to think about. Yes, we have hugs, right? The Kremlin comfy theory is definitely at least partially true. Really? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Honestly, I am a pro at being a gremlin. Why do you think it's important to me to dress up a little bit? Because I'm so good at being a gremlin. Gremlin girlfriend means a safe girlfriend. Yeah. Okay. Well, see. I would love that, right? If you wanted to join us with your own account, that would be great. Truly. And we have a Discord. I mean, it's not always as alive as I would like it to be, but you're very welcome. I would love it if you joined us. So we can get both perspective of your story. That would be great. Do not look. Listen, Itharak, it's just makeup. Don't be fooled. It's just makeup. Okay, well, maybe if we reach, how many followers do we have? I haven't even celebrated 1,000 or 1,500. I have to be careful here what I say, because usually when I make a joke about something, it happens. If we reach, what's a good number? Is Erin still here? What's a good number? Erin, help. I have not. I'm not going to listen to Slipknot. I will get upset. Mm, I will do a get ready with me if we reach. I'm scared. I'm scared to say a number because this half year has been wild. No, 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 not at 1 point, not 1.8. The growth of this channel was a bit stupid these last few months, and I'm still not over it. Beneath the makeup, there is gremlins. Yes, that's a good one, wisdom. When all the sixes, 6 feet tall, six pack, 6'8". Nah. Uh, Honestly, I am terrified of men that are too bulky. Um, so no. I honestly, I need intellectual stimulation. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Natural beauty thing. You can always tell in the first few days if someone is emotionally immature. I've been fooled. Oh, Ithrak, yes. This is why you should get to know someone over a period of time. But yeah, this is true. This probably was true. Wait. The thing about 40 is he puts himself through a lot. He sometimes even feels guilty about things that aren't in his control, and he doesn't let his weakness show. Like before yesterday, he never cried in front of me. Sweater was a turning point for him. Losing him last year made 40 close. All his walls earned himself and just be like a concrete wall. That breaks my heart. That really breaks my heart. Always smiles even if he doesn't feel happy. He tries to smile a lot. And seeing him take care of my son showed me that his maturity is beyond understanding. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God dang it. Losing someone like your brother, that must be like one of the most emotionally wrecking experiences that you can ever go through. So I can imagine that made him put up his walls. But I'm hopeful for 40 because he's opened up about it with us a little bit. And he did with you. So honestly, the best thing you can do is just be there. Just be there and be patient. Don't try to push too much because it seems like just being there, you just being in his life has already had a huge positive influence on 40. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Chungus. That he was able to cry in front of you is huge. I've not been able to shed a tear since I was 13 when we had to put down my first dog. Oh no. Oh, Chungus, I'm sorry. See, and this is, I don't think that's really good, is it? It's not really good that men don't feel like they can cry. It's not okay. Everyone cries. If humans are imperfect and time isn't in unceasing river, then the idea of a perfect partner becomes a paradox. Perfection is an illusion, an ever-shifting ideal shaped by perception, expectation, and change. If we ourselves are not static beings, how can we expect to find someone who remains flawlessly suited to us? No, this is true. I'm very wise, I guess. This is true. We all change. I am not the same person that I was yesterday. I'm sorry, I had to make a little joke there, but yeah, no, we should take into account that people change, and that we can change with them. I do not think you can seduce a woman while being perceived as vulnerable, aka emotionally open. This is the recipe for being friend zoned. I mean, do you really need to seduce every woman, or would you also like to have meaningful connections with women? Because to me, I don't personally want to have a relationship with, at the moment, any men. And I think highly of those who are open with me, like very highly. Mm. And personally, I don't think you should keep honesty and especially about emotion just to romantic relationships. That's kind of the whole point I'm trying to make, that you should be able to talk about this just in general, not just with one specific person that you trust fully, completely, with your whole heart. I'm talking about being open to everyone. Understand that we all have emotions. Oh, but we're not talking about when you're looking for a partner, Ithrak. No amount of money. He has a big heart. No amount of money can ever make me leave him. I don't give two shits if he makes like 2K a year. All I want for him is to come back home in one piece. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. Money is just a whole other story. But money won't fix your character unless you use it for therapy and books. Gotta seduce them all. Yes, great. Yeah. I mean, sure. Someone is fishing in front of my house. That's why I'm distracted. I didn't understand what was happening, but they're fishing. Okay. All right. I think that men are conditioned by seduction as women are. I don't agree with that, and that it influences. Like I am almost never attracted to anyone. But that's just my experience. I don't know. I think it influences how everybody behaves, feels in general, not just when looking for a partner. I'm not sure how I should read that. I don't. I'm autistic. Maybe I should just say that I'm very autistic. So I just don't agree with that. I feel like there's so much more value in platonic friendship and platonic relationships, because love is difficult and often leads to heartache, and friendships can last a lot longer than your average relationship. And I think that love doesn't include seduction at all. But I think that is veering into a subject that we weren't talking about, and I don't really want to talk about right now because I'm at the end of my energy. I'm starting to um, lose focus. You may think he's a failure, but he isn't. You want it to be worldly. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That he has mentally given up on that goal, winning the being the world champion. You know, he thinks he isn't. He's my champion. And I think, and I can't. I don't know. I think that that was why, or part of the reason why he got upset when you said that you were proud of him, because he can't be proud of himself because he set this goal for himself. Where did I hear that? Um, Goals slash plans aren't promises, but they feel like promises if we set them for ourselves. If we make plans, or if we set a goal, it feels like we make a promise to ourselves. And if we have to break that, especially if you put a lot of value on that, it can be pretty devastating. Seduction is influenced by media. Social engineering is a thing. I wouldn't know. I don't generally spend time on social media. Really, Rita? I honestly, you found your people. I'm extremely autistic. I just very good at hiding it because I was conditioned not to show it. Oh, Itherek. Oh no. Friendship? Love is love. Attraction is something completely different. But the love part is the same in every relationship. But hopefully you're not attracted to everyone you have a friendship with. At least that I would hope so. But love is love. If you want to talk about that some other time, we can do that. But we've had a lot of difficult conversations today. For me, with my recovering brain. So we can talk about that because that's a very interesting topic as well. Because I am afraid that there's a misconception about love and attraction and romantic and platonic love. I feel like we shouldn't separate those. We should say attracted or not. But that I can't get into it now. I don't have the brain power. I I understand that we are not talking about a love relationship. My point is that even in normal behavior, you are subconsciously conditioned. Everyone is conditioned, but that also means that we can fix it. I agree. Everyone is a bit artistic. Yes, we all are. We are living art, people. We are living art, and love is love. So it turns out my fiance wasn't Twitch on my account. Wait, what? 40? What do you mean? Really? Oh, I don't know, 40. You'll have to come back next time because I was actually just about to, about to close off. I need to go. I'm sweating my ass off. It's so hot in here. I hate it. The sun is already killing me. I don't like it. I'm already upset about summer and it's not even, it's just March and I need to open my window. 40? You're in trouble. You're in trouble. No. Your fiance is amazing. I love her. Please let her come back. All right. I kind of want to. I want to get to know her now. I kind of want to spend more time with your fiance. Is that okay? Everyone is on all the spectrums. All right. Every diagnosis that is out there, we're all on the freaking spectrum because we're human. That's it. That's all it is. We all want to be understood. We all want to be loved. We all need physical touch. Uh, and I think that the way we're talking right now is a huge step. Because 50 years ago, we would not be doing that. Not just because there wasn't internet, but you just didn't talk about your emotions at all. It wasn't done. Really, Itherek? Well, I'm glad you like it here. I really appreciate your input as well. I need people's perspectives. I can't look in your brain. And one of the reasons I read a lot is because I want to understand. I want to understand the world. I want to understand people. And if at all possible, I would like to help where I can. That's all I want. She told us how you like to be. Oh, yeah, Ox, you are you listen. Um, no, I don't. I don't have the patience to type it out. That is not what happened, 40. No, no, no. Just because I am giving you advice doesn't mean I'm smarter than you. It just means I've been hurt more. Oh God. Oh, that's very deep. That's so deep. Ox, the first thing that happens next time you come in is you're going to be put in the corner, all right? I'm going to postpone you putting in the corner. It's so interesting to me that there's such a large community here on Twitch that are on the spectrum. I just feel like I'm coming home when I get on Twitch and start. Well, there's a reason we're on here and not out and about. You know, we feel safe in our little bubble. I think that's, I think that's the reason. Right for Ox, he will not be silenced. Well, you wait, Millis. I won't silence him. He'll just be put in the corner for like 10 seconds. But I don't have the patience right now. Ox. He does. Oh no! Okay, I gotta go. Otherwise, there's gonna be ass right at the end, and I don't want that. So, and I've already kind of, I'm a little bit late. I had plans, but it's okay because today was very interesting, and I've learned a lot. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your perspective, and thank you for opening up. That means really a lot because, as I said before, the men's health is a very important topic in my brain, and I wish I could do more. Say more about it, but it's something that I've been working on for quite a while now, and I need you for that. I'm a woman. I don't know shit, but I want to help. So thank you for being here today, or for allowing me to bother you with the deep conversations and maybe say things that you don't really want to hear on a website like Twitch. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Bye, right now. Please come back soon, okay? Yes. Please look at the socials that I have set up since this year and join on Discord if you want. Again, this is a safe space as long as we keep in mind that we all have emotions and are nice to each other. It's all good. And you can say whatever you want and we're here for you. Okay? I'm going to be back tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to close my curtains again. And sit in the dark. No, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Let's take one more sip of water, people, because I didn't drink enough today. I don't know about you, but I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. I'm going to look if I'm still in vacation mode because I think I forgot to add it. Thank you for the hydrate, Brandon. Take care of yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You hear yourself too, all right? And you are your harshest critic. So keep that in mind. Be gentle. I love you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.